Today's hot issue is Confucianism, Korean school, and workplace culture. Number 3 and 4. Let's think about the myth behind Korean movies. Many people suffer in the Corona era, and working mothers are worried that they may lose their jobs. But at the same time, they are finding a place to leave their children due to school closures. And working mothers are having a double difficulty in working and raising their children, or having a hard time. The problem of overburdening working moms in Korean society caused a lot of controversy last year with the screening of a novel and a movie titled Kim Ji-young, born in 1982. Cho Nam-ju's book also led to gender conflicts, from publication to filmmaking. Looking at all the books and movies, I thought that the discrimination against women in Korean society was due to the influence of religion and Confucianism from China. We are still evolving into the status and present day of women in the family, which Confucianism emphasizes. And there is a lot of controversy as women come into contact with the media about the Western world, where women are educated and equal. Feminist movements are the strongest among Eastern women, and traditionally women's activities and the roles are limited to the inside of the house and housework, and all activities and positions are limited to those who have influence only in the house, so education was also limited. However, as birth control policies and implemented, parents of households with daughters are more likely to try to educate their daughters rather than their sons, which is now more than 40% compared to only 0.1% of women who graduated from college in 1947, according to statistics from 1970 to 1980. About 2% to 4% of women graduated from university or higher, and less than 10% graduate from high school. At that time, many women were deprived of learning opportunities because many women were they were not sons or family circumstances. Women who felt unfair about the deprivation began educating their daughters, resulting in an explosive increase in female college graduates from 5,100 in 2000 to 1.30 million in 2010. However, women's participation in economic activities was about 25% lower than men with the same educational background. Academic ability has improved, but it is still women's responsibility to take care of children after marriage. Housework is still women's, and there is still a lot of awareness that women have not traditionally had a job, so they lack responsibility and ability. Kim Ji-young, the protagonist of the movie, is a woman with great ambition and shows what she has experienced in her life as a mother and wife of a single child. This movie is not only a life of Kim Ji-young, born in 1892, also spotlight on her mother, and is now very popular among women in the East, especially Taiwan and Japan. The number one bestseller in Japan, the number one bestseller in Japan, Taiwan, and China. Why is this work especially popular in the Orient? It's because the statues and life of women in the East are not that different. For her, a mother is something that she has to live through with her child at the center of her life, where she disappears and is sacrificed for the husband. Childbirth and child rearing are problems that individuals and families can endure, but for the wife, political, social, and economic issues are all changing. The aforementioned Confucianism is the fundamental principle of governing Korea. In the Joseon dynasty, kings and subjects always studied Confucianism in order to realize Confucian politics. However, the people thought that they could harmonize with each other only if they knew the Confucian spirit. Therefore, they tried to easily interpret Confucianism and inform the people. Samgang refers to loyalty, filial piety, and virtuous woman, respectively, as the proper duties to be observed between Kunwi Shingang, King and His Holiness, Bui Jagang, parents and children, Buji Bugang, husband and wife. Orion, a wealthy and free friend. Parents are kind to children. Children are devoted to their parents. Military prestige, wages, and duties should be faithful. Husband and wife should do their own things sensibly. And there should be order between adults and children, and between friends and friends of faith. Confucianism is a study that teaches you how to practice loyal politics, moral rule, folk books, act. Therefore, the king and his subjects had to have a deep knowledge of Confucianism and studied Confucianism throughout their lives. The king of Joseon also established a political system to realize royal politics. Joseon reviewed all rituals and systems in a Confucian way and Confucian ethics. From king to ordinary people became a commonplace and everyday. However, Confucianism is an obstacle to women, such as when a female bird crows, a house is destroyed. Men are heaven and women are earth. Female filial piety and 철가외진, and society, culture, and customs remain until now. In Kim Ji-young, born in 1980, we tried to create social sympathy by considering the evils of Confucianism. I think it's time to restore the spirit of folk beliefs to solve the 7 major complexes: good woman, Cinderella, sex, appearance, intelligence, eldest daughter, and superwoman complexes that are plaguing Korean women.